Good evening and welcome to Hornbill TV. This is your anchor Kekhrezan Yosolo. You're now watching Prime Time. First, the headlines. Protests across Bangladesh escalated into deadly violence this week with clash of students, pro-government supporters and armed police fueling widespread anger over civil service job quotas. Fatalities have reached at least 39, with 30 journalists and 104 police also injured. The government will introduce 6 new bills, including the one to amend the disaster management law in the monsoon session of Parliament beginning next week. Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump on Friday, while speaking on the assassination attempt on him, said that it was God who had saved him on the day at Butler. The Central Bureau of Investigation has taken into custody a first-year MBBS student of the Rajendra Institute of Medical Sciences in Ranchi in connection with the NEET UG paper leak case. Those were the top headlines, and now for the news in details. Protests across Bangladesh escalated into deadly violence this week with clashes between students, pro-government supporters and armed police fueling widespread anger over civil service job quotas. Fatalities have reached at least 39, with 30 journalists and 104 police also injured. Approximately 400 students had been injured in the protests as well. Police firing was the cause of at least 2/3 of deaths reported so far, and TV news channels went off the air and telecommunications were widely disrupted across the nations. Authorities cut some mobile internet services to try to quell the unrest as it turned more violent. Schools and colleges were shut down indefinitely. Roads have been blockaded by both protesters and police forces across half of Bangladesh's 64 districts. Amidst an internet and news coverage shut down by the state, the police have stated that the miscreants have vandalized and set fire to the state broadcaster BTV, government and police buildings, and the crackdown on news media has also resulted in violence against journalists covering the protests. Meanwhile, students have vowed to continue their campaign despite Hasina giving a national address on the now offline state broadcaster seeking to calm the situation. They demand an apology and for the scheme to be rolled back. The protests were triggered by a job quota scheme wherein more than half of government jobs are reserved for specific groups, including children of veterans from the country's 1971 liberation war against Pakistan. Students have been demanding that the extensive quotas be removed and had succeeded in protesting against PM Sheikh Hasina in 2018 to take back the scheme. However, the Supreme Court has ruled to reinstate the quota, leading students to peacefully protest before student faction of ruling Awami Party, the Bangladesh Chhatr League, clashed with the protesters. The spokesperson of Ministry of External Affairs, Randir Jaiswal, said on Friday that about 50 Indian nationals who are in the Russian army has gotten in touch with the ministry and expressed desire to be discharged. He said that this issue has been raised by India at all levels and was taken up by the Prime Minister when he met President Putin during the annual summit. Jaiswal said that the Russian side has responded positively.
As per our understanding, and this is based on the family members and Indian nationals themselves who've got in touch with us. We have about 50 Indian nationals who've gotten in touch with us who want to be discharged. Their family members also met us. This particular issue has been raised by us at all levels, including at the leadership level. This issue was also taken up by our Prime Minister when he met President Putin during the annual summit. The Russian side has responded positively. We are both working for early discharge of our Indian nationals, and hopefully we'll get our Indian nationals, they'll come back home soon. Rishabh, on your question, how many 50 around people have got in touch with us who want to be discharged. So that is the number that we are looking at. In addition, we told you before that 10 Indian nationals have returned from Russia.
After the completion of the Lok Sabha elections, the Bharatiya Janata Party on Friday thanked party voters by organizing a voter felicitation ceremony in Suchetgarh Assembly constituency. At the event, BJP MP Jugal Kishore Sharma, BJP State Vice President Chaudhary Shyam Lal, District Head Sunil Dutt Shastri, District In Charge Rajendra Singh Cheb, Co-In Charge Harbhajan Singh Pami, District Development Council Member Professor Garu Ram Bhagat, Vidya Motan, along with hundreds of party workers participated at the event. Meanwhile, BJP MP Jugal Kishore Sharma thanked the voters for their support in making the Narendra Modi Prime Minister for the third consecutive term.
संसद बना के पार्लियामेंट भेजा थोड़ा बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया थोड़ा बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आज इसे ही प्रोग्राम दे विच उन्होंने नाल बैठे थे सुचेतगढ़ कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी के दो टाइम विधायक इत्थों मंत्री और वर्तमान च भारतीय जनता पार्टी प्रदेश के उपाध्यक्ष चौधरी शाम जी इस जिला के जिला अध्यक्ष
इस इलाके के वोटर के धन्यवाद करना आए हैं जिन्हें एडा बड़ा सहयोग दे के माननीय जुगल किशोर जी ने तीसरी बार सांसद बनाया बहुत बड़ी गल और माननीय जुगल किशोर जी मैं समझना कि जम्मू कश्मीर की सियासत बहुत बड़ा योगदान है साढ़े माननीय जुगल किशोर जी
तीसरी बार इस संसदीय क्षेत्र में सांसद चुने गए हैं उन्होंने बहुत बहुत मुबारक और तीसरा के लिए पहले साथी कार्य कर रहे हैं जुगल किशोर जी अपने समय के काफी अच्छे कार्य किए।
भारतीय जनता पार्टी को प्रचंड बहुमत मिलने के बाद और केंद्र में नरेंद्र भाई मोदी जी की ताजपोशी तीसरी बार हुई है। मतलब देश के प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी तीसरी बार देश के प्रधानमंत्री बने हैं और सरकार बनी है। उस उपलक्ष्य पर आज हम सब भारतीय जनता पार्टी के कार्यकर्ता जो जम्मू कश्मीर की विधानसभा क्षेत्र है उसमें हमारा प्रवास हो रहा है और मतदाता अभिनंदन समारोह के माध्यम से हम मतदाताओं का मान सम्मान कर रहे हैं, उन पर फूल वर्षा कर रहे हैं। नरेंद्र मोदी ने कहा, देश के प्रधानमंत्री जी ने, कि लोगों के बीच जाकर मोदी जी की तरफ से भी हम लोगों का धन्यवाद करें, उनका आभार प्रकट करें, उनका शुक्रिया अदा करें। तो आज आप देख रहे हैं कि सुचेतगढ़ विधानसभा में थे हम, जहां पर हमारे साथ हमारे जहां के पूर्व विधायक और पूर्व मंत्री हमारे लोकप्रिय नेता श्याम चौधरी जी और इसके साथ ही हमारे जहां के लोकप्रिय जिलाध्यक्ष श्रीमान सुनील जी और घारूराम जी जो इस क्षेत्र के पूर्व एमएलए भी रहे हैं दूसरे क्षेत्र में, लेकिन इस समय डीडीसी के नाते जहां से हमारे डिस्ट्रिक्ट डेवलपमेंट काउंसिल के मेंबर हैं और बाकी सारे कार्यकर्ताओं ने सुचेतगढ़ के मतदाताओं का मान सम्मान करते हुए उन पर फूल वर्षा की है और उनको विश्वास दिलाया है कि हम आपकी सेवा में हाजिर रहेंगे, आपकी समस्याओं का समाधान करेंगे और इसके साथ साथ ही आने वाली इलेक्शन में भी हम सारे इकट्ठे होकर कार्य करेंगे।
Now take a short break. We'll be back at more news.
Manutu koi morning to pal takile din to pal hoy. Itu karne moi hodai RS apple khai. Moi laga din to bishi busy takile bi moi to hydrated or ready hui thaki. RS moi laga energy level all the time high rakhe. RS pavo apples or orange flavor de.
RS dam na hukam.
छोटू बच्चा खान के सिखाबी खाना ना खा को दे और खा पीछे दे होदाई हाथ तो सपा पानी और साबुन ब्रा दोलाबी बच्चा खानते आयरन और विटामिन ए डेफिशिएंसी तो बेसी कॉमन आसे इतो निमिते बच्चा खान के होदाई येलो रेड और ग्रीन कलर लगा फ्रूट्स और सब्जी खान जी होइले भी खिलाबी बच्चा खान के सिखाबी खाना और खासकर ब्रेकफास्ट तो कित्याबी ना खाई किना ना छारीबी बच्चा खान के सिखाबी अनहेल्दी स्नैक्स चिप्स फ्राइज नमकीन चॉकलेट और कोल्ड ड्रिंक्स खान छारीकिना हेल्दी स्नैक्स खान होल फ्रूट्स दही और अनसाल्टेड नट्स खान ही खाबी इतु होदाई याद रखिबी बच्चा खान के टिफिन ते हेल्दी खाना ही दिबी और ताई खान के टिफिन ते सीरियल्स और पल्सेस के मिलाई किना दिबी और एकता फ्रूट ना होइले वेजिटेबल तो जी होइले भी डाली दिबी
Welcome back. Heading on to the next news. In a delayed report, a Christian prayer meeting was attacked on July 14th in Uttarakhand's Dehradun, allegedly by a Hindu mob. The attackers barged into a house where the meeting was being held and assaulted at least 7 people inside, vandalized the prayer room and bedroom and also made derogatory remarks against the Christian faith and accused them of forced conversions. According to reports, an FIR has been lodged against 11 accused at Nehru Colony Police Station. The accused have been identified as Devendra Dhobal, Vijender Thapa, Sadhir Thapa, Sanjeev Pol, Sudhir Pol, Dhirender Dhobal, Arman Dhobal, Aryaman Dhobal, Anil Hindu, Bhupesh Joshi and Vijender. It has been alleged that the group of attackers was led by Devendra Dhobal, who claims to be a former army man and RSS functionary on his Facebook profile. Police are yet to make any arrest so far.
यही रख दो सर। ये देखो इस भाई को मार दिया इन्होंने। हमने ये देखो पूरी तरह मारपीट कर रहे हैं। एक छोटा सा लड़का है इसका देखो हाथ तोड़ दिया इसका ये तुमने मारा नहीं है क्या सच बताओ ये देखो मैन सेल्फ डिफेंस चल तूने मार कर चलो मार कर चलो ये तो हां फिर खत्म कर दिया था कमरे में एक अकेले कमरे में कुटाई में बहुत लोगों ने ये तो लॉर्ड
With barely a month left for the Independence Day celebration, the Delhi police has geared up to deploy snipers, spotters and FR CCTV cameras to secure the Red Fort in the national capital, Delhi. A police official reportedly said on Thursday an app will also be used to verify people during the event at the Red Fort. In a meeting regarding security arrangements for the Independence Day celebration on Tuesday, the attack on Trump was discussed and Police Commissioner Sanjay Arora emphasized on stringent security to be put in place, official sources said. The security say that they have planned to increase the number of snipers with Dragunov SVD rifles, which were hired during the G20 summit to guard foreign dignitaries. The rifles have a practical accuracy range of more than 800 meters, they said. The marksmen who were trained to operate these Russia-made rifles during the G20 summit will be deployed at the Red Fort. They will be deployed at strategic locations during the event, officials said. The use of spotters, face recognition system, FRS CCTV cameras and drones are already in the plan for arrangements for the Independence Day celebration at the Red Fort. Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh on Friday reiterated his government's commitment towards economic revival and marking the state self-reliant amid the ongoing crisis. Launching the Skilling and Livelihood program at the City Convention Centre, Police Compound, the CM stressed the need to focus on day-to-day activities for livelihood to revive the economy. Biren Singh also informed on the growing number of fish farmers to meet the demand of the state.
Due to the prevailing situation in the state of Manipur, many peoples, mainly in the hills and the rural area, are suffering, they're facing the economic problem. So today we are starting a training program under the Horticulture Department, engaging the experts from the various departments and various NGOs to impart trainings to the beneficiaries, mainly coming from the foothills and hills areas. And definitely after the completion of the training, training will take 1 month, and some schemes will take 2 months. After that program, they will be benefited from the government's various scheme, along with the banks, financial. Yes.
Now, just one more thing. Another growing concern is that the point of conflict has been shifted from Churchandpur to Jiribam. These problems are mainly coming from Jiribam. What is the actual situation in Jiribam?
Oh, actually, everywhere there are small incidents are taking place, but not like before. Jiribam also it has reduced. Nothing big incidents are taking place, and already peace has been initiated with the communities, between the communities, and very soon everything will be normalized.
The government will introduce 6 new bills, including the one to amend the disaster management law in the monsoon session of Parliament beginning next week. Besides the finance bill, the government has listed the Bharatiya Vayuyan Vidhayak 2024 to replace the Aircraft Act of 1934 to provide enabling provisions for ease of doing business in the civil aviation sector. The list of bills was published in the Parliament Bulletin issued by the Lok Sabha Secretariat on Thursday evening, and the monsoon session of Parliament will begin on July 22nd and will continue till August 12th. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman will present the Union Budget on July 23rd. Other bills listed for introduction and passage during the session are the Boilers Bill to replace the Pre-Independence Era Law, the Coffee Promotion and Development Bill, and the Rubber Promotion and Development Bill. Meanwhile, Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla has constituted the Business Advisory Committee which decides the parliamentary agenda, and the committee, which is effective from July 18th, will be chaired by Mr. Birla himself. The committee has Sudeep Bandhu Upadhyay, TMC PP Chaudhary BJP, Lavu Shri Krishna Devarayalu TDP, Nishikant Dubey BJP, Gaurav Gogoi Congress, Sanjay Jaiswal from BJP, Dilesh War from JDU, Bartuhari Mahtab from BJP, Dayanidhi Maran from DMK, Bajayant Panda from BJP, Arvind Savant from Shiv Sena UBT, Kodi Kunil Suresh from Congress, Anurag Thakur from BJP, and Lalji Verma SP as members. Those on the government to introduce 6 new bills will now take a short break.
In ordinary cement, the TMT bar catches rust and weakens the dhalai. Only Star Dhalai Master solidly holds the dhalai. Solid dhalai, mazboot ghar. Star Dhalai Master.
Hello everyone, my name is Poem Art. I'm from Editor Beach, and I've recently completed my post-graduation diploma in airport ground staff from Private Institute of Aerospace Training, Dimapur, Nagaland. And I got placement in LGBI Adani Airport as a terminal operation assistant. Therefore, I thank the entire flying team for their immense support and dedication towards me, for which I got this wonderful opportunity to work in a renowned company. Thank you, Flyday, once again.
गरम ते पेट और मन के ठंडा रखे तो की मुखी खाली मीठा है लगे इदु हेल्दी आसे UHT treated और सफा भी आसे थर्ड इदु फ्रेश आसे और मजा भी वाओ केविंटर लस्सी मीठा भी हेल्दी भी
केविंटर लस्सी मीठा भी हेल्दी भी
Welcome back. Heading on to the next news. Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump took center stage on the last day of the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee. Sporting a bandage over his right ear, a mark from when he was shot at during the rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, Trump entered the arena to chants of USA as the anthem played God Bless America. Donald Trump then formally accepted the call to run for the White House in 2024. The message of unity from the presidential nominee is a marked shift from his earlier rallies, which were marked with stringent criticisms of incumbent President Joe Biden. Trump spoke of the assassination attempt on him and said that it was God who had saved him on the day at Butler.
Let me begin this evening by expressing my gratitude to the American people for your outpouring of love and support following the assassination attempt at my rally on Saturday. As you already know, the assassin's bullet came within a quarter of an inch of taking my life. So many people have asked me, what happened? Tell us what happened, please. And therefore, I will tell you exactly what happened, and you'll never hear it from me a second time because it's actually too painful to tell. It was a warm, beautiful day in the early evening in Butler Township in the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Music was loudly playing and the campaign was doing really well. I went to the stage and the crowd was cheering wildly. Everybody was happy. I began speaking very strongly, powerfully, and happily because I was discussing the great job my administration did on immigration at the southern border. We were very proud of it. Behind me and to the right was a large screen that was displaying a chart of border crossings under my leadership. The numbers were absolutely amazing. In order to see the chart, I started to, like this, turn to my right and was ready to begin a little bit further turn, which I'm very lucky I didn't do, when I heard a loud whizzing sound and felt something hit me really, really hard on my right ear. I said to myself, wow, what was that? It can only be a bullet. And moved my right hand to my ear, brought it down. My hand was covered with blood, just absolutely blood all over the place. I immediately knew it was very serious, that we were under attack, and in one movement proceeded to drop to the ground. Bullets were continuing to fly as very brave Secret Service agents rushed to the stage, and they really did. They rushed to the stage. These are great people at great risk, I will tell you, and pounced.
That's all for the Primetime Bulletin. This is your anchor signing off.